Monday, September 29th, 2008. Murderers, molesters, and miscreants. No one in my family has killed or molested anyone that I know of. But I do have a pretty good story. We're going back to the 1930s, still in Raleigh, North Carolina. My great-grandfather's brother-in-law passed away. Now this was not unusual for the time, or now, everyone dies. But what was unusual is that my great-grandfather's brother-in-law owned a car. Nobody here owned a car. My great-grandfather is the one who ended up with the car. Now, what he liked to do was go into town, get drunk, start a fight, make up, have some more drinks with the guy I fought with, and come back home about 3 or 4. Well, one night he was coming home in this car, and he was almost home, and on the way there was a cemetery. He had to pass every single time. Now my family is fairly silly when it comes to that sort of thing. They won't talk about it, and they don't believe it, but they believe it. And when he got to the cemetery, it just happened to be around a really sharp curve in the road. And the car, being the type of car it was in the time period, would stall if you didn't take it easy around corners like that. But of course, him being scared to drive past the cemetery in the middle of the night, while he was drunk, and his brother-in-law, who owned the car, was being buried there, he took it too fast, and the car stalled, and he freaked out. He thought his brother-in-law was mad at him for driving his car, and he jumped out, and he ran home, and went to bed. And of course, the next day he sobered up, the sun was out, and of course ghosts, don't come out when the sun is up. And so they went back and got the car. I don't really know what happened after that. My family doesn't like that story. They're actually embarrassed by it. I think it's one of the best stories I've ever heard. But anyway, actually the song playing in the background right now is about that incident. I changed the story and made it sort of a murder ballad, and I like it a lot. It's called Bend in the Rue. This is not the final cut of it. That was lost in a hard drive crash, so I have to make do with this scratch track, but yeah. I should probably point out that the percussion of that song was done entirely with a flask that, well, at least to start with, was full of whiskey. And it has been more than a week. I am allowed to talk about alcohol again. So I kind of want to use my challenge graphic thing again, and so that means I need to think of something to challenge you with, Cameron. Ryukin. Okay, Cameron, here's the challenge. What I want you to do is to use my vlog as a segue, as a sort of way to tell us a story that could have gone into 101 Ways to Kill Dad, but didn't. That is the same theme as my vlog today. For those not in the know, 101 Ways to Kill Dad is Cameron's debut novel, or will be, if we can find him a publisher. Find Cameron a publisher. That's your challenge, audience of 3 people. Ryukin. Okay, that's gonna do it for today. Back up to you, New York, Cam. Good night. Good luck.